There are literally books all around me and I can't think of one book. What is wrong? It's like when someone asks you what your favorite book is and you're like, I literally can't think of any book I've ever read. What's up everyone? My name is Kelsey. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a tag video, but I don't have anything planned, so I'm just gonna like scroll through my subscription feed until I find something that looks interesting. Usually I like have a general idea of my videos in advance, like I write down at least the books I'm going to talk about, you know? So this will be interesting, spontaneous. Watch me not find any tag videos. Okay, I found one. How fun. So this is the rapid fire book tag. The original tag is by Girl Reading, so I'll link that, and I found it off of Bookish Constellations. Gotta turn this so I can read the questions. Okay, so I think the point of this is to answer questions as quickly as possible, so I'm just kind of gonna read them and wing it. First, ebook or physical book? Physical book, hands down. I do read ebooks on my iPad and on my phone sometimes, but I generally find it harder to get into the story when it's on screen. Also, I'm way more likely to check Twitter. Paperback or hardback? I prefer the way hardbacks look, but I prefer reading paperbacks, specifically trade paperbacks. Mass market paperbacks are like too thick and hard to keep open. I have a lot of opinions. Online or in-store book shopping? In-store, for sure. I like to browse. Trilogies or series? Trilogies are series. Well, if I had to pick between the two kinds of series, I'm gonna go trilogies because I don't like to read. I mean, right now I'm reading the Throne of Glass series and I'm only on book 4 because I find it overwhelming to read in one world in one overarching plot for that long. It's just a lot. Heroes or villains? I like villains. A book you want everyone to read. So most recently it would be Red, White, and Royal Blue. Right now my Twitter handle says my name, Kelsey, and then read Red, White, and Royal Blue because I want everyone to read it. Historically, like one of my favorite books of all time is Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel, so I would say that one. There are very few books that I'd say I want everyone to read them just because everyone has their own taste. Like I'm not going to recommend the Shades of Magic series to someone that doesn't read fantasy. That would be crazy. Recommend an underrated book. Okay, this is harder. I'm gonna go to my Goodreads because I can't think. Also, there are a lot of books I don't own, so looking at my shelves is not really a great overview. Okay, I'm gonna go with All Systems Red, which is the first book in the Murderbot Diaries. It's an adult sci-fi novella, but there are multiple books in the series, and I just feel like most people haven't heard of this. Probably because it's an adult sci-fi series, but it's about an artificially intelligent robot who is assisting humans on this mission on another planet, but he has cut off his automatic updates and is pretty sentient and is like developing a personality, and he's fucking hilarious. Murderbot loves his soap operas, and he's really awkward around humans, and he's just great. The last book you finished? I just finished Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. And I gave it 4 stars. Pretty good thriller overall. Enjoyed. The last book you bought? Okay, that's harder. Oh, it hasn't come in the mail yet. So I get book of the month every month, and the last one I ordered was The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. It's getting awesome reviews, so I can't wait to read it, and I've liked her books in the past, so. Weirdest thing you've used as a bookmark? Weirdest? I don't know if I've used anything weird. Maybe a candy bar, probably. Used books, yes or no? Yes, definitely. There's a used bookstore in my town. I love to go there. In my independent bookstore, there's a used book section, and the chain bookstore, Books A Million, also carries used books now. So I'm always looking at used books. And if I ever have books I don't like, I sell them to a bookstore or I donate them to the library, and my library does huge book sales of used books. I'm down with used books. Top 3 favorite genres. Oh my. Thrillers, fantasy, sci-fi. It actually wasn't that hard. Borrow or buy? I mean, I prefer to own books. I guess if I could only ever borrow or buy ever again, I would take buy, but I borrow books all the time. My library is like 4 blocks from me, so I can just walk there. Character or plot? What kind of question is that? I guess characters. I mean, I prefer plot-driven books, but if the characters are bad, like, it kind of ruins the book, right? Long or short books? Short. I mean, long books have their place, but there are so many long books I've read where I'm just like, okay, so much of this could have been cut out. Like, some of this is just extraneous. Some of these scenes could have been combined. Long or short chapters? Oh, shit. I guess I don't really have a preference. Short chapters, I guess. Or I like when chapters have like spaces, you know, like page breaks. Name the first 3 books you think of. Okay, well, Amberlough. I can't remember the author's name, but I'm reading it right now. There are literally books all around me and I can't think of one book. What is wrong? It's like when someone asks you what your favorite book is and you're like, I literally can't think of any book I've ever read. A Darker Shade of Magic by Victoria Schwab and The Raven Voice by Maggie C. Potter. Why was that so hard? Books that make you laugh or cry. Oh, I have to pick one. Laugh, for sure. Our world or fictional worlds? Fictional. Audiobooks, yes or no? Yes, definitely. I'm always listening to an audiobook. Right now I'm listening to Morning Star by Pierce Brown, which is the 3rd book in the Red Rising series. Do you ever judge a book by its cover? Constantly. My day job is a graphic designer, so, I mean, the cover is like your first impression of a book. How could you not judge a book by its cover? If I get a really good recommendation for a book, I'll ignore the cover. But like when you browse in a store, all you can do is be attracted by the cover. Book to movie or book to TV adaptations. Book to TV. Books are so packed with information, it's so hard to translate them to an hour-and-a-half long movie. A movie or TV show you preferred to its book? I got a couple of these actually. First, The Vampire Diaries. Those books were trash. And I love the show. You know what? I can't think of any. That's the one that really sticks out to me because it's one of the first things where I watched it first and then I picked up the books and I was like, wow, I'm impressed that they managed to write a script so much better than these books. Series or standalones? It's hard to say. Some of my favorite books of all time are part of a series, but generally I prefer to pick up standalone books. Okay, those are all the questions. That was really fun. And it worked really well for a spontaneous video because I wasn't supposed to rehearse it anyways. So, I post book-related videos every Wednesday, so if you want to see more, subscribe. You can find me on Twitter at Kelsey Reads or Goodreads at Kelsey Lynn Reads. Also Instagram at Kelsey Reads if you want to keep talking. Otherwise, I'll see you next week.